Evening everyone, how are we tonight? Hello SG Milton Witchy, how are we doing? So hopefully we'll have a trouble-free night with OBS tonight. Don't know who that could be, Niall. Right, so I've been doing a little bit of work on the map today. I've had it in GE and I can't get the triggers to work still. There's some very peculiar things in GE to do with the triggers on here, where they're not at all what they should be, where they should be, if that makes sense. There's bale triggers where animal triggers should be, bale triggers where milk triggers should be, and all sorts on here. Not bad, thanks SG, how you doing? Right, so can't get the dairy to work here, so we've had to go one better. So I had a little bit of a search around some mod sites and found a placeable dairy to use. So hopefully this will work. So I've had to do a little bit of GE work and a little bit of levelling and landscaping to get this all to fit. Had to buy a bit of land, but I've replaced the money for that because we aren't actually going to use the land for anything. We can't use the land for anything, I've made sure of that. You'll see why when I get to it. So there was once a grass field in here. The grass field is now a wooded area, which hides the dairy. So hopefully this will work. Hoping this will work. There we go. So we can now actually sell the milk. Evening Simon, how you doing tonight? If I just go skywards, you'll see what I've done in here. So this was the grass field which was beside the shop. It's now loads of trees and a dairy. There's no way we can use it for anything, so the money was replaced for that. So it's just a complete bit of waste ground now. That's how you need landing like that in real life. So we'll get the MB track back up the farm first. Hey Glenga, how you doing? So we're going to get rid of this back up the yard. They'll come do our fertilising contracts we took on at the end of last night. Hey GD. Oh, you should get about more often, Glenga. Been streaming for about 4 or 5 weeks now. All good here, thanks. I can't remember which ones we took the fertilising on last night now, we'll have to have a look. I know that's the one back there, which we've done the barley on, is one of them. I have a feeling this one on the right here is one as well. We'll be doing it with our own sprayer this time, as I didn't fancy using what they were offering us. Thanks for the sub, Glenga. Looks like it's actually worked this time as well. Okay, GD, don't want you wasting away there. I think you're safe for the minute, Milton. I won't be harvesting anything yet for a little while, till those sunflowers are ready. Hey Brendan. This is Thuringian Oberland, Glenga. It's one off Mod Hoster. Both myself and VF are using this for either series or streaming. We seem to be the only two who are actually doing anything with it. Are you back with us, Witchy? Because there doesn't seem to be a problem this end with the stream. Yeah, definitely a German map, Glenga. Big fields, hilly fields, but has a rather UK feel to it in places. So that's the Merc finished with for a little while. Let's find our case now. I think YouTube is having a bad day, Witchy. Somehow. Again. It's just taken forever to upload a video to it. What would normally take sort of 20 minutes took 45. Right, let's just check which ones we're actually doing contracts on. Well, that one as well now. So 22, 12, 15 and 18. 22 there. 15, 18 and 12. Will keep us going for a little while. Yeah, I don't think you're the only one holding off, Glenga. A few of us are happy with Sutton Farm because that's sort of an area we're used to. I know it isn't to everyone's taste though, that one. So unfortunately the big hardy sprayer didn't come up in any of the options this time for contracts, so we're having to use our own one. So I didn't fancy using some of the smaller offerings they were giving us. This should bring us a nice bit of money in again. As long as you found something you enjoy, that's all that matters, isn't it? I miss the big hardy for these jobs, that's a lot quicker. By the looks of that, I'd say the sprayer needs servicing as that's going slowly. If we're going to keep doing a lot of fertilising contracts, we may have to actually buy the hardy sprayer, the big one. That's the one, Milton. 3 potato harvesters. Or buy 2 and lease 2. We'll see what happens with that one. So you need to get a lorry as well for that little job. For those that haven't been in the last few streams, a certain person lurking in the stream, who's just posted in there, talked me into buying 18 hectares of potatoes. And still continues to try and talk me into buying and putting in more potatoes in fields. And as everyone knows, I normally stay well away from potatoes and sugar beet. So, what's everyone been up to today then? Not working too hard, I hope? We know Witchy's been breaking the cooker. Be careful working too hard, Glenga. It's not good for your health. I thought you were one of Santa's elves, Glenga. Should be a bit quieter for you now. Well, I know what you've been up to, Milton. Funnily enough. That's the video which has been taken forever to upload to YouTube for tomorrow. Ah, don't blame me, Glenga. Strange going so slow with the sprayer after using that hardy one. Feel a trade-in coming on at this speed. Evening without, how you doing? Oh, Nathan. Both popped in together there. All good here, thanks Nathan. How are you doing today? Good here, thanks Nathan. Yeah, I'm not surprised you've had rubbish weather where you are, Niall. It seems not been too good here either. Strange coincidence, that one. Don't know what that music is, but I ain't having that. Anyone else thinking it might be a good idea to exchange this tractor and sprayer for the big Hardy? It's basically all this Puma is used for now. Thought you might agree, Milton. I knew potatoes was featuring there somewhere with you, Niall. Right, we'll get back down the bottom end then, because this is painful with this sprayer after using that other one. You got another 3 fields to do yet. It'll take a couple of minutes just to nip to the shop off this field to do it. This tractor and sprayer's got to be worth a good percentage of the value of the Hardy sprayer. So we've got the money for that field of sunflowers in front of us to come anyway. I know we still need to get a sunflower header yet. Or corn header probably, so we can use it on that as well. Well, I can't start harvesting until they're ready, Milton. I reckon he got out that quiz specially just in case we'd done any potatoes tonight, you know. Didn't want to miss them. Might as well just do this bit through here with this sprayers are slightly narrower. We'll waste less fertiliser. As soon as it starts getting too wide for this one, we'll swap to the other one. I'd love to hear the conversation with his other half, you know. Can't go to the quiz tonight, might miss some potato harvesting on the Farmer Simulator live stream. Sure that went down well. Alright, let's go and trade these two in for the bigger sprayer. I'll unload it in the shop as well. Better go off the field there, looking at that slope. Don't want to repeat it last night and have flipping sprayers over on the side. That's 175,000. That's 93. Right. That's 1.4 million we've got there now. Can't remember how much that sprayer is. Nearly as much as the potato harvesters. Never mind. Let's add 15 grand to the price. So we now can't afford 2 potato harvesters, but we'll soon rectify that little issue. We may find the GPS of use. Welcome back, GD. Yeah, that buying this wasn't a cheap option, was it, Noel, really? I ain't gonna need the GPS for a few minutes, so we'll just hide the lines for now. Sprayer's a bit more expensive than I thought it was, but never mind. It won't take long to pay for itself for these contracts. We'll have to pay leasing fees again for it now. Don't worry, we'll still be able to afford the 2 potato harvesters. Speed the other one was going, we'd have been here all night. Yeah, we'd done them with fertiliser before we finished last night, Niall. That's better. We were doing 10k with the other one. Alright, so it won't take long to get this one finished now. I think this and field 12 are the biggest two we're doing at the moment. So we'll refill this before we leave this area and go to the other field. Starting to feel like the map creator may have abandoned updating this map now. Unfortunately. I'll have to do some reading up on it to try and work out how to fix the things what need fixing on there. With respect to the what triggers aren't working. Alright, so that's this field done. Now there's an ulterior motive for refilling the sprayer. As we haven't actually leased anything this time, I have a feeling we'll get paid for whatever fertiliser we refill. I know that bit isn't done, but it's told us the field is finished, so that's what we'll accept tonight. Trees I put in there made it a little bit harder to see where we're going now. So field 22 is now fertilised. We're not going to get reimbursed for the fertiliser, never mind. So on to field 18 now. 18, 15, then finally 12. So even those contracts alone are going to pay off nearly the quarter of the price of this sprayer. About a fifth of the price anyway. I don't think there's many fields we haven't fertilised then. If we take a fertilising contracts on future in the smaller ones, we'll have to use the granular spreader, because this isn't going to fit in them. So you know the problem with the granular spreader is it won't refill from that silo. That's this field here. This one I've done the ploughing on in the video series with the New Holland. This one certainly won't take long with this sprayer. Okay, thanks Milton. Don't quite know what's up with these ones. They don't give you the choice to choose what you refill with. Which makes them useful to a point, but not for everything. Much better using this sprayer. So tomorrow's video was going out as a combine and one off Sutton Farm, which was done today. So I kept myself and Milton entertained this afternoon. Not quite sure which one is going out Wednesday yet. Got 2 recorded here, and the third one partially recorded, which I shall probably finish tomorrow night. Does it automatically in the version I've got, Stephen? From memory anyway. Alright, so I paid much attention to it. Have a look next time we need to go into it. I did just see that. Thanks, JD. I'll have a look afterwards. Just sort of flash up on the phone beside me. Alright, so that's another one done. So that's field 18. So 15 next. Can't actually be many fields on here which we haven't fertilised now. And 24 we haven't done, but 15 and 12 are about to do. So that does just leave 24 when the contract comes up on it, and field 9. Okay, thanks Milton. So if we keep taking these fertilising contracts till everything is done twice, be an interesting comparison if we take one of the same fields again we done for barley last time which wasn't fertilised. See how much more money we get for it. I know I keep saying it's just unfortunate this map isn't MP compatible. So I think that'd be great to get this one in the server. I don't know what it actually does when you try. It's handy now. So I know the field to the left of us is barley again. So we'll definitely do that trick on there. So we want to make sure that one is fully fertilised this time round. We may not use the GPS much on the sprayer, but it's there if we need to do a field late on this time. Make sure we don't overlap too much. That's about the only reason I put it on this sprayer. We might modify the Lexion to have it as well. Make the combine a little bit more easier. Fairly accurate price for the GPS system to add it though. And that is about 15k to add a decent one to the price for a tractor in real life. If you go for a good system. So yeah, I got that price fairly accurate there. Should be. That should be fully fertilised now. We can just check that one. I think that's the only field what is actually. Yes, that one is. Don't worry, looking after the potatoes, we don't want to lose any yield on them. I tried to find somewhere close to the yard we could have put that milk cell point, but there just wasn't anywhere. I wouldn't eat into a good field. So the easiest thing to do is buy that waste bit of ground up there where it is and put it there, out of the way. Also gives us a good excuse to run the MB track up there. This sprayer is also a little bit more manoeuvrable than the trialled one. I'm not sure if you want to ask that question, Milton. What was in the shed where the Lexions were when we went on there this afternoon? What other two machines were parked in the same building? So this has certainly speeded up proceedings with the fertiliser. Don't you like the idea of doing that big potato field I've got lined up on the server, Milton? It's a nice big one on there full of potatoes, which is ready to harvest. Now if we could just get Field 24's contract, be doing well. You seem to be having less trouble with lag today, Milton, that was for certain. No more than what I was on there. Right, that's another one done. As soon as that says we've finished, we're stopping now. Not wasting fertiliser on them. Field 15, collect on that one. Now just go and fill up with fertiliser in the yard before we do field 12. Yep, that was the whole reason I bought this spraying oil. If we're using our old 36mm, that's just too slow. If we're going to take all these contracts on again, we might as well buy one of these just to keep leasing up. Yeah, I was surprised how little time it did take for you to sink today onto there. Right. So field 12 now, and that's the last one at the moment. He says wrapping the booms around the silo. So I know which one 12 is, because it isn't that long since I've done something on there. Another field full of pylons and awkward corners. Looks like some fields are starting to grow now. Uh-oh. Is Niall sitting down? It looks like our potato field might be ready to harvest. Which means our sunflowers probably are as well. I see brown over the hedge from us. Haven't got enough money for the 2 harvesters at the moment though. After buying this. So we're going to have to do the sunflowers first. That's because the field is ready, Niall. Look beside us, there's a brown field of potatoes. It literally just changed as we came out of the yard. Which probably means there's a whole load of other fertilising contracts to do as well. Looks more like a sea of heartbreak to me. Good song, that one, actually, if you like country music. So this could be a bit on the awkward side. Some interesting ways of getting around pylons, but we find a way somehow. Like the usual procedure for spraying around a pylon, but it works. You won't be able to reverse the trail spray around there quite so easily to do that. That's why this field's a bit more awkward with these two. Have to do mine in another hour or so as well, Niall. I'm seeing lots of fields that are going to need fertilising again at the moment. I think what we'll do is we'll take on the fertilising contracts for any fields with barley or canola in them a second time as soon as they come up. We're going to do the old flip fields trick again. We want them fully fertilised this time. We'll plan it a bit better than we did last time. Exactly. Now the fields have grown a stage, we should see some more fertilising contracts come up. Weeds are turned off, so those ones shouldn't appear. I've had enough of weeds at the minute. We shouldn't have too much more to do on here now, I doubt. Right, that's that one done. Let's have a look. So we've got no more contracts coming up at the moment. So I think we've done well there with how many fields are fertilised. The only one we do really ought to do again while we're down is probably field 29, which we own. And 26 as well, as they aren't fertilised. Just check, see if our sunflowers are now ready, which they are. So we've got to buy a header as well out of our dwindling funds in the top corner. Need to get the combine up there. We definitely need a contract on that field in front of us to come up. One to our left is sugar beet this time. Not bad, thanks Nathan. Got a few videos recorded plus stuff done for work today. Or tomorrow's booking anyway. And Thursdays for that matter. Short week this week. A couple of cancellations. Be a bit silly of us if we didn't spray our own field twice. Not going to worry about the few weeds that are in here still. Wasn't cancelled at the last minute, one of them. That's within the allotted time period I'll give them. I just decided that I wouldn't rebook it, I'd keep it as a free day. That's what I've done with the other one in the end as well. It's good to have a free day sometimes, gives me a chance to catch up on the paperwork side of the job. Printing stuff out. People know better than to cancel my bookings at the last minute these days. It's better for me when they do cancel at the last minute. Sometimes I get paid without having to do anything. Easy way to earn money then. So how well GPS would work with this sprayer. We shall give it a try in a minute and see. Once we get back up this corner. Yeah, I introduced cancellation fees about 12-18 months ago, something like that. It would be about 18 months ago now. After a bad month. I've only had to use them twice so far. Three times actually. So that tells you how well that's been received. Right. Let's see if we can work this thing out then. Okay. So if we set point A there, point B there, see how well this works. Yeah, I would, Milton. Not going to say in chat or in here exactly why I had to do it, for obvious reasons. I'll happily tell you after the stream as to why. Well, this is certainly making spraying growing fields easier. Glad I spent the 15 grand extra now. That's certainly taken the hardship out of spraying this field. Don't think the other one would be so easy with GPS. The shape that one is over there. Last sprayer I used didn't have GPS steering on, just had GPS section control, unfortunately. So you still had to steer it yourself, which is no great hardship when you're following tram lines. Right, that's our wheat field done. See if anything else has cropped up in here yet. So we've got a small strip on that field which hasn't grown, which is a little bit weird. Still no more contracts. At least we now know our wheat field is fully fertilised. Just leaves our canola field, but it's still got a couple of growth stages on there yet, so I'm not too worried about that one. Right. So back to the yard with this, to get the Lexion. Don't want to miss any fertilising contracts if we can help it. Surprised how even that field looks with just sprayed thing. How the helper was playing up on there. Now Milton's starting to get excited about sugar beet for next time round, so I have to bear that field to our right in mind. Have to flip a serious amount of fields to be able to afford a beet harvester as well though, let alone two of them. Well, I guess we can sell both the potato harvesters after we've done this contract. Okay, so far 1174. First time I've ever used it on here tonight. Had a bit of a play with it yesterday on a test map. That's the first field I actually used it on. Works just the way the real one does. Used to put AB lines in with Trimble or Green Star. Look forward to seeing all the other features with it as he develops it more. Alright, so we'll park this here. So we need to clean the Lexion that serves it before we take that one anywhere. So a rather clean Lexion. That's clean compared to some things. So we'll leave that header there, we can wash that another point in time, so we aren't going to need that for a little while. This, however, needs an urgent wash. Take the MB track up the sunflower field with the trailer. Can't remember where I actually left the trailer at the minute. That looks a bit better. There's the trailer. Answers that one. Bit of a trek up to the shop from down here. Why oh why did I buy that field of potatoes? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do now. Might as well cut up the side of our field here with it. That lovely small field someone taught me into buying. It's such a small field, that one. I can see us getting as far as actually buying the harvesters to do it with tonight. Maybe getting one started on there to get the headlands off, and that being about it at the moment. Have you considered seeking professional medical help at all, Niall? Just asking, like, just in case. They come get these fertiliser tanks at some point as well. When we planted that field of potatoes. Another field of sugar beet there. Don't they actually any other fields of potatoes in the ground at the moment? Luckily. Several fields of corn. We might try our experiment of field flipping with corn next time as well. That's a nice big field of them. Oh, it's seen now we'll come to the end of sugar beet season here now, aren't we? How could you say such a thing, Milton? Spud Boy practically blackmailed me into buying it. So what do you think, the biggest corn header we can buy for this? To get it done as quickly as possible? We just cut through these gardens. They won't mind. It's big and green, it'll go where it wants. To remember that's not the drive into the shop since I altered this bit of the map. Should have really put all those trees in GE instead of placeable ones, but that's a bit quicker. Trouble is, if I get a sunflower header, Milton, I need to get another header trailer, and that means we then won't be able to do corn with it, so I'd have to get a second one as well. So I really want one which can do both jobs. So if we're going to go for headers for that, I'd go for that one really. Because as far as I'm aware, the capellos will only do sunflowers. I mean, we'd need a header trailer for that one. I know it's quicker, but means we then need to get two different headers. And from memory, that one has a habit of falling off header trailers when we transport it. This is a nice small header, this one. So we'll leave it completely as standard. Gotta hope this will fit out of the shop, actually. Didn't think of that bit. Let alone down the roads. Just fits through the gates. Road could be a bit interesting though. There isn't going to be many marker posts left now. I think we've got to take all them out. If I try to. Do a bit of a slalom and get the odd marker post. Yeah, I know, Milton. We'll get this field done first, then we'll have the money for two. At least we know we've got some fertiliser on this field. Better than none at all. So I'll get the headlands off, then we'll put this over onto a helper. Field 13 on here, the biggest one. If we get this over onto a helper once the headlands are off, and get the MB track up here. We may have to get the MB track up here before all the headlands are off, hopefully. Otherwise it isn't yielding very well at all. Only after much encouragement and nagging from certain person, who shall remain nameless but has the word Spud in his name. So once we got this over onto Helpburn, away from the headlands, we will buy the first potato harvester, I think. We can make a start getting the headlands off one end of that potato field, whilst the helper carries on with the sunflowers. Tell me about 1174. I think I'm the one who needs medical help for green to buy it. Thing is, if we can afford it, there'll be 3 harvesters. Sorry Noel, you're the wrong gender to nag, aren't you? Hey Josh, how you doing? Right, on the lorry front, do we buy a lorry or do we lease a lorry? What do you reckon? If we buy one, that's going to eat into our money quite considerably. Yeah, little red fruit Reese. Evening. All good here, thanks. There is that too at 1174. I did think of that myself when we first bought the field. We could be needing the lorry quite a long while, but it all depends on what money we've got for that one. So we need to see what this field brings in first before we buy too much. So most of that money in the top right hand corner is spoken for with potato harvesters. In fact, all of it is really. If we dump them in the field, we'd only need a tractor and trailer, which brings us back onto the MB track. But we're not going to find out what we make off them so soon that way. Need to see which sell points take them first. I think there's 2 on here which do. Right, so get this back down this end. I'm going to put a helper on it while we go and get the MB track. It's been at least 40 minutes, if not longer now. It's been well over an hour since we last used the MB track, so we're doing well tonight. Yeah, that is true, but the whole point is to see how much money we can earn at any time from them. It's more of a test than anything. Are you upsetting my friend Nightbot, Niall? No, it doesn't take much to upset Nightbot. Right, where's the MB track? There's the MB track. think you better just service this trailer as well. Don't know what happens to it if it gets too worn up. I don't particularly want to find out when we're using it for potatoes or anything. Shouldn't pull you out for 3. We must have to service trials because it's just charged me for it. Reese. Don't know why Nightbot pulls you up for 3 because that's not how many they're set for. In there, I'll have to have a look again. Oh well, I like my stuff serviced, so it's done now. Must be Niall. Whoops, GD. Did you forget you had caps lock on? Might have come a long way around here to this field. Ah, I see. Now, sell point for potatoes, I think the place on the right here is one of them, so that wouldn't be far to take them to from the field. Yeah, but you're not in blue and got a spanner next to your name, Niall. If I want to be annoying, I could set it so it got the ones in blue as well. There we go again. I think I need to have a look at Nightbot and have a fiddle within his internals again. We're about to see something very unrealistic happen here. I am not going all the way around the field to get to that. How near this end it is. Look away now if you like realism. 4 emojis there, Niall. Looks like Nightbot has been a tad sensitive tonight. Overly sensitive. I shall have to go and fiddle with Nightbot again. That sounds wrong, actually. Came up as 4 this end. Alright, I'll do another one round the headland now. Not yet, Reese, that's next after this field. It's only just ready to cut and or ready to harvest in the last few moments when this field was ready. Given this field is being sold after we've harvested to pay for a harvester, it came up with 4 emojis, that's the thing, Noel. Nightbot read it as 4. I'm going to have a look and see what Nightbot's up to in its settings. Yeah, Nightbot really isn't liking Niall at all. Well, that's a bit of a rarity, 1174. Don't see many of them about. Nightbot really is being sensitive tonight. Definitely is a rare tractor then, that one. Nightbot can't kick you, as far as I'm aware. I'll have to have a look at Nightbot's settings to see exactly what it is. However, if Nightbot gives you too many warnings, I can't be held responsible for what one of my moderators do to you. The timeout from a moderator lasts a lot longer than a timeout from Nightbot. It sounds like you got a piece of history there then with that tractor. I'm sure a contract around here used to have an 1174, but it's years and years ago. That was about. I think the poor guy has been gone sort of 25 plus years now, unfortunately. That's his only tractor in his contracting business. If one of my moderators doesn't get you, I will. Not you, Niall. I wasn't distracted, Milton. Only works once, I'm afraid. It doesn't add up. Someone found out in one of VF streams one night when 5 moderators timed them out at the same time. When you asked to be timed out. It's always good if you can do that. One day I'd love to be able to buy my late father's Nuffield back, what I had to sell when we moved house. You might be able to one day, Noel. Just not at the minute. Yeah, it has to be quite a funny one that did when that happened, Milton. Oh, I think that'd be a hard one to come by, unfortunately. Any ideas what I help us up to here? Because I certainly haven't. What is our helper up to is the question. No, not that one. Not quite sure what the helper's doing, but that bit's already harvested. This bit wants to be harvested. Right, I'm going to leave you in this helper's incapable hands for a minute or so while I just go and see to my hound. I shall be back in 2 minutes or under. Wasn't far wrong about incapable hands with the worker then. Yes, Reese? It wasn't Milton who got you, Reese. I believe we have a little shopping expedition to do. I'm not going to turn my back on that helper completely just yet. I believe one of these is needed. We'll have one with GPS and one without. The one with is the one I'll use. That soon emptied the whole bank account out a bit. We seem to be having issues with the helper here. I suggest, Reese, that you just have a read of them. Particularly rule number 7. You might get your turn yet, Noel. Sort of fully equipped in the Blue Spanner Brigade at the minute. Don't need anyone else for the time being. That may change though. Keep coming into chat, talking, etc., and you may get your chance. Trust me, in some respects now, it's better if you don't have a spanner at times in some streams. Especially busier ones. Good tonight, ain't it, GD? Right, third time lucky. Let's try the helper again. Oh, that's an interesting little trick. Didn't know about that one, GD. Don't blame me now. Oh, I think the helper might actually be doing that. It might behave itself. Okay, it's back through the crop, but it's actually managed to turn around and start going backwards again. Back up the field. Right, I think we can actually leave this. I know what you mean, Noel. One of the boys or ladies in blue will get to it as soon as they see it. Give the old MBs a workout getting up that hill. These sunflowers would better be worth some good money, because we aren't getting very many of them off here. Right, we have the slowest potato harvester to get to the field now. Welcome back, Nathan. I'll go this way. 5 minutes, Niall. You'll know if it's me, Noel, because the game get paused for me to do it. That's okay, Nathan. Real life first. At the end of the day, this is just a game. I know some people don't see it as that the way they behave, but it's just a game. These are alright in the field, they just take so long to get to the field. How have you been getting on with Meadowgrove today, Nathan? Can't see us getting too far on that field before this is full, somehow. We better have a look for some fertilising contracts as well. Don't want these barley fields to grow another stage before we've got them finished. All the cornfields I think will be the main ones we concentrate on. At least on this stage of fertilisation. Oh, you're really getting there now then, Nathan? Have you got all the field depths finished now then? Yeah, I'm using BB's graphics mod that he come up with on Frontier Designs, Discord FSUK. Which reminds me, I forgot to give you a link to that last night, didn't I, GD? Right, onto our little spud field then. Noel's got his socks off, ready to start counting. Oh, that's good progress then, Nathan. Just imagine our horror if these potatoes wouldn't have harvested. Last warning, Reese. Already got half a bunker full from just going that short distance. Someone seems to have pile on in the way here. Are we actually going to make it to that end of the field? It needs to be. No, it really does. The sunflowers certainly aren't. Not unless the price has gone up a lot. We need that field of sunflowers finished so we can get the second harvester. I suppose it's what you're used to, Reese. In real world, I'm used to topper on the front of the tractor and the harvester on the back. So you get used to long distances between the two. Well, you aren't even going to make it across the headland once. Okay, so apparently the combine has finished its work. Well, that's a disappointment. I've done them a couple of times in 19 so far, Milton. That's incredibly disappointing sunflower yield on there. Have we even got one full trailer coming off the field? Where have we got to take these to? Oh dear. Okay, bye GD, thanks for stopping by. Just gets worse in respect to the sunflowers. I aren't even going to sell them yet. Not at that price. And go down the grain store. I'll take the rest down there in the combine. I think this field has been a bit of a disaster financially. In fact, more than a bit of a disaster, complete and unmitigated disaster. I think I'll leave the combine up here. It's the MB track we need more than the combine. Let's get rid of this field. At least we get the money back for the field. So we got enough to buy one more harvester in there. If I sell these yet, we're going to make very little money on them, unfortunately. No, I couldn't enable the money cheat on my version for some reason. I know, no. We'll have to use this cart to start with. We'll take them across the road to the restaurant anyway. So it's not going to be a long cart. Maybe the price will have gone up for sunflowers by tomorrow on there. In game tomorrow, not tomorrow real life, that is. As it stands at the minute, I don't know if I will be streaming tomorrow night. We obviously got VF at 8 o'clock. And I may be fairly late home from work tomorrow night. I think the restaurant and the Getroid Ag have been taking other things too, the two places that take potatoes. We'll double check that one. So we now have a load of soybean and a load of sunflowers in store to sell when the price goes up. That potato harvest was just over 500,000 because we put the GPS on the one we've got. The next one will be 496,000. So I have one with GPS and one without. Bit late for ice cream for me. I don't think I'd turn the Magnum down even then. What's going on outside your house then without? I'll give you the exact prices when we get the second harvester then. No, for that one. You doing a proper income and expense account, are you, for the potatoes? Bit of a steep track. Oh, that's never a bad thing to hear outside your house, that one. Right, let's just have a look at various sell points for these. And also, fertilising contracts. 16 is barley, we definitely want that one. And 25. What's field 25 got in it? Soybean. We'll have that one as well. Alright, we've got 2 more fertilising contracts there now. All good here, thanks Brendan. How's things with you? Alright, potatoes. Well, the highest price is the furthest one away from us. That one's the one just the other side of the road from us, I believe. But we need to go up to that one with them at that sort of money. Looks like we're timing this just right. We need to take a fair chunk off this end first. See if we can get one trailer full out. I doubt I will be, Reese. It's being very picky about how far we drive for points then. So we've got GPS on now, let's see what it does. Except take out a very wide width compared to what it should be doing. Let's have a look here. That would be why. Let's try again. This is where the old follow me mod would be useful. If we take everything out to our right up here, that will give us plenty of space to turn this end when the helpers are on the job. I just don't trust them otherwise, given tonight's performance. How are we going to get to this end? Hopefully. Now, courseplay could be interesting without. But I'm thinking this will have helpers on the harvesters. You have to be very unrealistic here again. So we're going to have to run in the crop to get that one. I think we're busy enough for one harvester on here, let alone when we get two. Yeah, we do, but because I'm taking the headlands off, it's going to be a bit awkward to have two doing that job. Like we're getting each other's way. As soon as we've got a headland off this end and the other end, we'll put two on the job. So we'll finish this first end off, then we put on the helper going back across the field. Means we should be able to chase up beside and empty out the other end. Right, we'll get back on the MB, because we're going to need to follow that. There's no way this thing's going to get all the way across, I doubt. Once we get this headland off, we'll put the helper off in that sort of direction which the rows are running on here. Doesn't look like the helper's actually taking very full width at the moment. In fact, it looks like it's only taken one row. It's interesting. Not realistic, I know, but it needs emptying before it turns round. Move right out of the way because there's no telling what that helper's going to do. Whilst that's shunting itself around in that corner, we'll go and buy the second harvester. I'll give you a chance to get the price then, Noel, for your paperwork. So 496,000 this one's going to be. And the first one was 511,000. Right, let's go and pick that one up from the shop now then. If them sunflowers had done what they were supposed to do yield and price wise, there'd have been a third one. I think we're going to have to break up doing this potato field between a few streams with other jobs. Although these small tanks on these things, it's where the old Tektron would have been better for the bigger tank. I know why it's not in the game anymore, because it's not made anymore. Until the harvesters can get far enough apart on one way, they're going to hit each other. Knowing them. Such is my distrust of these helpers. Yeah, Veritron replaced the Tektron. Oh, that's that one. Is it waiting for us? Interesting to see what a trailer full of spud sells for. One thing's for certain, both of these would be full by the time we got back from over that way. Oh, the vent knoll. That's a completely different harvester to the Tektron was. Yeah, this field owes us big stall knoll for that one. I think if we start this one going yet, the two halves to have a mid-road collision with their elevators. We shall see. Maybe not. There might be enough room to run the other one down the other side there. Just. Alright, that's that one going. Chance to be a fine thing, Reese, with these. That's a very good question, I'll have to have a look at that. I think it was over 800,000. I mean, we planted this field with potatoes as well. They didn't cost us anything. I knew that was going to miss a bit down there. Have to get that bit ourselves. I think we'll give chase to this one because we need another 500 and... We've got 5,150 litres in here. The other one's already nearly full. Should be able to empty half this one out anyway. The question is which ways are going to try and turn up this end. First load. It's not too far really up to there. So we got that field to our right to fertilise as well. There go the sign. So pen and paper at the ready now. $23,249 for the first trailer full. At least the price is going up at the moment for potatoes there. It's worth using this to cart just for the noise alone. How'd that other harvest get down that end? Doesn't look to have done anything this end of the field. Our harvester help us having a moment again. A little bit confused how that other helper got down there. What is this helper doing down here? Okay. Looks like we've got a helper with half a brain cell on this harvester. It's completely missed one end of the field. Still got down the other end. I think we've got a moment. I think you could be right there, Niall. I was expecting the helper to miss a bit there, but I wasn't expecting this big chunk all the way down the field. So price of the field I know you want, Niall. So potatoes still going up, that's good. Price of field 13 was 861,680. Spin round and empty that one out. I'm going to take over on the other one, sort that mess out it's left up the field. Looks like the potato harvest is confusing the AI for some reason. Right, this helper's going bye-bye for a minute. Gotta sort out the mess it's made. So this harvester's not got GPS on it. That's the other one. So I'll sort this little bit of mess out here. Never mind bigger truck and trailer, I think we're going to need more harvesters as well. Might have to lease a couple. Then we really will be kept busy. That helper's apparently finished. Looks like we're going to have to finish that bit off ourselves. Which is no great issue to us to finish that little block off in there ourselves. Already well on the way to a second trailer full. You might be looking that this is the 1 year in 5 potatoes actually make money on the farm. Yeah, I can't see us making that back somehow, Noel. But then if we sell the harvesters afterwards, it won't look so bad, in theory. So split the next stream between doing potatoes and fertilising as well. Get those fields sorted that we want to do next time. Next time we take on a load of field flip and harvests, I'll turn plant growth off earlier. Yeah, not going to sell the field though, no, we want that, don't we? For the next stage in the experiment. How much other crops can we harvest off here if they're fully fertilised? Right, now if I put this on a helper, what's going to happen? It's going to work. So what did it do the first time? I am not doing sugar beet on this field, Milton. Not yet. I'll need a break from doing big fields like this for those sort of crops. Yeah, I think you're going to be the accountant, Noel. You've obviously got enough fingers and toes to count to high numbers. Just going to stick with this until that gets to the end. Watch what it does. It should really stop because there's nowhere for it to go. That's obviously got other ideas though. Don't know where that's trying to get to. Hey DJ, how you doing? Right, shall we send our little helper on its merry way across in this direction now? See what I can louse up this time. That one needs emptying before we send that anywhere else. Right, I think we'll just take these in. This will be our last little job tonight. Take these in, empty the trailer. Come back and empty the two halves, and then that'll be it for tonight. So it's now 10 o'clock. Yeah, I will do, Noel. We're definitely going to need a bigger trailer. Not too keen on using a lorry particularly. Or a dolly trailer, if I can avoid it. They tend to like jackknifing if we go a bit quick for them. I know there are some bigger trailers in there what we can use for this job. Really want to keep carting with the MB track as well if I can. Right, load number 2. And we'll just have a look at what trailers we can acquire. We'll leave the other one up here. We'll take the new trailer back with us. $23,456 that time. It's an interesting price, and $23,456. Right, that trailer can sit there. Let's have a look in the shop. See what we can get. So we've got that one. We've got that one will take 45,000. That one will take anything. That one 47,000. That one 52,000. One problem with that one, it's not very accurate for this job because it's got beaters in the back of it. 42,850 for that cramp trailer. I don't particularly like the IT runner because the bodies tend to come off them. I would say it's between that cramp trailer there, which does 42,850. That one at a push, but I'm not overly keen on using it for reasons I just said. No good getting the Wilson now. They don't do potatoes. So, Bandit 800. Haven't used this yet, so I do quite like the look of this one. That's interesting. Bit misleading there, isn't it? Shows you that one, which is 29,000 capacity. $42,850 for that. Okay. It's a bit bright. I think we'll stick to red somehow. It's not too much bigger than one we've got. That should help a little bit. Styled that one out nicely. Right, so I'll pick this up, go and empty the harvesters, then that'll be it for tonight on here. I'll be up a bit earlier tomorrow. Yeah, certainly would have done. No, be good to get that back. Old MB's gonna know that's pulling this one. Thank you, now. Try my best. Let's finish the look off, shall we? Yeah, we'll have to see if that pushes this about too much, I think. We'll have to buy another tractor as well. If it does, we'll have to try this for a lorry, unfortunately. We'll change down gear in a minute, I should think. Maybe not. No, I definitely won't sell the MB track, Milton. That's here to stay. Ooh, didn't like that very much. This is the bit where you find out it doesn't fit beneath the potato harvester. The other one got further than I thought I was going to. Of course, that's turned the opposite way to we wanted it to down here. I think we'll have to leave this one in the field. And we'll have to do the headlands with the other one ourselves. I know there's some mod packs out there with these harvesters with bigger tanks on. I thought we'd keep it to the in-game stuff. Right. Let's get this back up the other end. We'll stop the help when it gets up that end as well. Because we'd always bring the Fent in the field on the other cramp trailer, so if they get full whilst you're up the shop we can tab back to it and empty that out into there. The Fent is up at the shop. Why has that helper decided to go backwards there? There's no telling what they're going to do next. So just let this spin round and get itself lined up again. Then we'll stop it. Hello Alexander, you're just in time for the end, I'm afraid. Okay, and that's where we'll leave it for tonight. So we've got our two harvesters all sorted. We've got another trailer. We'll get the Fent down here with the other trailer next time. And we shall really get going. So I'll say thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Please remember to like and subscribe if you haven't done already, and I will see you next time. Goodbye for now.